Project Zomboid has just had a massive update, reworking several towns including Rosewood, which is where I'll try to survive the Nox infection for as long as possible. However, as expected, not everything went smoothly. After I spawn in, I loot the nearby houses and I find some guns in a locker. I decide on making the nearby Bright Flag Inn my base. This is due to it being relatively easy to defend, as well as it being in the centre of Rosewood, allowing me to quickly access important buildings without having to travel too far. I find a sporty vehicle nearby, which I attempt to block the front doors with whilst I clear the inn. This does absolutely nothing, and instead the van acts as the worst bouncer ever and lets two unwelcome guests in. They really need to improve the security around here. After the intruders are dealt with, I then clear out the zombies in front of the inn. After that, I hire some new bouncers, who this time actually do their jobs. Oh, I also managed to find all the zombies whilst on my way to the fire station. I decided that I would go back there at a later date. On day 2, I spent the entire day gathering planks and nails from the houses nearby. On day 3, I spent more time looking for planks as well as an axe, as I would need a lot of planks to fortify the inn, and I wanted to build a wall around the car park behind it. And I built a door. After I had built the door, I went to the outskirts of Rosewood, where I found a garage which had several boxes of nails and more planks. I took as many nails as I could and decided to come back later. When I got back to my base, I barricaded the front doors to further secure it. After waking up on day 4, I cleared out some zombies who had wandered near my base. I decided I needed a capable vehicle to ferry all the planks I needed for my base, so I located a small hatchback which would do nicely for this purpose. After driving back to the garage from the day earlier, I found that the hatchback was only just small enough to fit into the garage. I then took everything that I considered useful from the garage and loaded it into my hatchback. I then drove back to the base and unloaded all the planks I had taken from the garage. Since there were still many hours left in the day, I found a perfect spot to do some deforestation and began clearing the area of all of its natural wildlife. On day 5, I noticed that some zombies had invaded the car park behind the inn, so I took care of them. After they were dealt with, I unloaded all the planks that I'd gotten from the previous day, before going to chop some more trees down. After I got back to my base and had unloaded the car, I made a start on the wall by blocking off areas where I had noticed zombies coming from. The next day, I went to the restaurant next door and cooked myself a pork chop. After this, I found myself a new car. However, its engine wasn't in a good condition and kept stalling. But since I had the right tools, I cannibalised the engines of several of the nearby cars to repair my new motor. Day 7 was not productive whatsoever as the helicopter decided to make an appearance, so I had to stay inside for the majority of the day, which I spent walking around the bar. When the aircraft had finally got on board and flown away, I had to clear up all the zombies who had led around Rosewood, with some of them getting a bit too close to the base for my liking. To make up for the lack of any activity on the previous day due to the helicopter event, on day 8 I decided to go loot the nearby Gigamart, which would have all the food I would need. I then spent the next 10 minutes walking around the Gigamart to try and loot every bit of canned or unspoilt food that I could find. After looting this and loading up the car, I headed home. When I got back, a small pack of zombies saw me. However, I must have made a small lapse in judgment, and a zombie bit me. After dealing with the zombies, I decided I should probably get some painkillers, so I headed to the nearby doctor's office to collect my prescription. After waking up on day 9, I realised that I was out of cigarettes, so I went to the nearby petrol station to hopefully find some. Yet again, however, I wasted more time. They were in my car this entire time. I'd spent days looking for extra cigarettes, and they were in my car, and I hadn't even noticed. After nearly flipping my hatchback, I went to the bar and had a few drinks. After I did this, I climbed over my wall to deal with a few zombies trying to get in, and I got bitten for a second time. Truly amazing. Since my character was exhausted, I went to sleep, and my health fell faster than someone without a parachute. I think the building next door had faulty wiring, as it spontaneously combusted into flames. Since I was already dying, I decided that I might as well shoot a few zombies. After another near-death experience, I retreated back into the inn, which, just like the building next door, was on fire for some reason. My character then realised he was not actually immortal, and died. I hope you enjoyed the video. It took a long time to edit, so I really hope you enjoyed it.